So, my favorite show of all time, The Handmaid's Tale, ended season 4 this week, and it was amazing. It was such a good season. I knew it was going to be a good season from the trailer and from how long it's been and everything that happened last season, but it completely surmised my expectations. It really, really did. Now, obviously there are spoilers, so if you have not finished it and you're watching this, don't watch it. Please finish it. You will not regret it. There's a few things I definitely wanted to talk about because this season was so good, despite the fact that it only had 10 episodes as opposed to the normal 13, except for season 1. And despite the fact that I'm sure with COVID they had different restrictions and there were some actors they probably couldn't get back, but they still made it so great. You know, first off, obviously the biggest thing is June got out to Canada. So many reunions this season. It really felt like when you're watching season 7 of Game of Thrones and season 8, well 8 before it broke my heart in two, when everybody was reunited after the whole series of not being. That's how it felt. It was just so good to see everybody reunited. My favorite reunion actually was June and Nicole. Sometimes we often forget about Nicole. We don't forget about her. But she's not on the top of the priority list for June, even though Nicole is her baby, because she knows that Nicole is safe and being raised by Luke and Maura in Canada, and she's free and she's safe. But Hannah's the one who's not. Episode 3, the train episode, that cliffhanger was so brutal, and it happened so fast. It was very sad. R.I.P. Alma, R.I.P. Brianna. They were the best. I always loved the handmaids that were there since season 1, the original like OG group. And right now it's just Janine, and it's kind of sad. I can't say that I shed any tears over Fred Waterford's brutal death. That was a fucking fantastic scene. That was very satisfying. It was actually pretty fucking awesome. The only thing that would have been better if Serena was with him. She is, what do you want to call it? Evil, narcissistic bitch. As much as I hate Fred, I hate Serena even more than I hate Fred. That's a controversial thing, but yeah, I hate her much more. There's something about a woman doing this to another woman that is just so disgusting. You know, it's easy to forget because it's been so long, but the first couple seasons of the show were hard to watch. June being a prisoner, June, especially season 1, it's really hard. The episode where when she got her, it was season 1 episode 3 called Late. She got her period, and so she wasn't pregnant, and so Serena Joy punished her by banishing her to her room for 2 weeks. And she only got out when she fell down on the floor and had to go to the doctor. That whole episode. They like to hide behind the Nick and June relationship, but the Nick and June relationship, would it have happened if she wouldn't have forced them to have sex? That's a very awkward scene, by the way. I don't think Serena Joy deserves to be pregnant. I think it's a big spit in the face for her to be pregnant, which is why it's a really good from a writing standpoint. Good job, Bruce Miller. The anger in June's face when she found that out. After everything the you two motherfuckers did to me and to all these people, they were huge hands in starting Gilead. Why do they deserve to be all happy and walk off into the sunset with their baby boy? The fact that, and this is another gem of brilliant writing, the fact that Serena is having a boy. Boys are gonna be fine in Gilead. They're gonna be fine. They can read, they can write, they can be powerful. But I mean, I would never wish the death of a child, even in a fictional universe. But that baby deserves to be taken away from her, just like what June said.
There is no one less worthy of redemption than you.
And poor Luke. Poor Luke. Again, I am not on either Team Luke or Team Nick because I love them both equally, honestly. Either one of them is fine with me. I do know that Nick understands her more, and I think in a practical standpoint, it would make sense for them to be together, but I don't think she's gonna end up with either of them because like I said in my last video, and I stand by this, I don't think that June is going to survive this show. I think that she's going to end up being a martyr for the cause. And they keep proving me right by having her do all this stuff, you know, having her kill Fred and then she's about to run off and everything. She's not going to stop. She's going to keep, as Elizabeth Moss said in an interview recently, she's going to keep fighting for a better life for her daughters to grow up in. It's not enough that I'm free and we can just keep our heads down and, you know, she just can't sit and enjoy it. She just can't, knowing everything that she left behind and everything that Gilead has done and how just shitty they made the world. I think we should all give Luke a bit more credit. I think that he is going to follow June because he loves her unconditionally. So in that last scene, when he's, you know, he's in shock, you know, that he realizes his wife actually killed somebody, but I really think that maybe next season, because it always like starts off right where we left off, which is great. This show doesn't do well with time jumps like that. So I'm hoping that next season starts off with her trying to run out, him grabbing her arm and saying, no, you're not going anywhere. We're going to face this together because I love you and stuff. I really think that might happen. But who knows? So they haven't really confirmed that she's going anywhere. I mean, if so, maybe it would be like the Testaments where she goes underground. But then again, as a lot of people like to point out all the time, they're not really following the Testaments anymore. Which kind of sad. Well, they are kind of sort of, in the fact that Hannah is growing up in Gilead and that's all she knows. So it's in that sense, yes, I feel like they are following it. But I don't know what's going on with Aunt Lydia. Like, what is she doing? Are they gonna redeem her at all or flip her? Because it just seemed like she's kind of the same. Yeah, really great season overall. Definitely some stuff that was tough to watch. And particularly episode 3, like I said, because the whole episode after watching June would be tortured. She was waterboarded, which thank God they just alluded to. We didn't have to see that. I did not want to see that. But overall, it was the best season as far as everything. But, oh yeah, 10 episodes is not enough. Hopefully, I hope we do not have to wait another 2.5 years for another season. That was a long wait. That was almost 3 years that we had to wait from season 3 to season 4. I know it was because of COVID, but yeah, I can't wait another 2.5 years. So, hopefully next year we'll be able to see what's gonna happen. Elizabeth Moss deserves another 50 Emmys. I know she has a couple, but she deserves so much more because she acted her ass off this year. They all did. Everybody did so superb. So good. And there's I. Till next time.